bom dia, Luis. What a joy to be here every Thursday evening and have this moment of prayer, have this moment of study together. So tonight I'm very happy to conclude question 171, the notes. We're going to read the notes, Kardec's notes today. This question talks about the justice of reincarnation. So we're going to study it, but before we do so, let's start with our prayer. Dear God, we thank you for bringing us here tonight, Lord, in prayer and study. May all the homes that are here now, listening to the study, participating in the energy of light and love that we share with the world, fill every single heart, every single home. The world needs it. We need it. So with your permission, we start the study of the Spirit's book this evening. So be it. So tonight we're going to start with a note that concludes or explains the answer on question 171. Question 171, just to remind you, is upon what is the doctrine of reincarnation based? So the spirits answered, and that answer is beautiful. If you missed last Thursday, remit to it because it's towards the end of the class last Thursday, and you're going to have the explanation of this question 171. So we can now focus on the beautiful note that details and explains, that the Spirit's book has questions, answers, and some of the questions have a note from Kardec. Kardec's notes. They are in small print. But let's read it together. All spirits are headed towards perfection, and God furnishes them with the means of achieving it through the trials of corporeal life. All spirits are headed towards perfection. Look at this. This is beautiful. Right there, you have a very important principle of our doctrine, and a very important thing for us to understand, that we are all spirits headed towards perfection, all of us. And God furnishes them, the spirits, with the means of achieving it through the trials of corporeal life. Look what Kardec is letting us know here, that the only way of achieving that perfection is through the trials of life. So how come we want it easy? It's not supposed to be that way. It's like when we look at the ocean, it has a day with low tide and another day with high tide, and so is life. Life has its valley moments, low tide moments, and we have to accept it because this is part of us growing. This is part of us reaching perfection. So let's continue. Out of divine justice, God permits them to accomplish in new existences whatever they could not do or not complete in a previous trial. So obviously, this is very important. So reincarnation equals God's justice, right? We explained that thoroughly last class. If we understand God the way we understand the God of love, we understand reincarnation, because otherwise we could not see so many differences in so many lives if we cannot explain that through reincarnation. So it's divine justice that through that God permits them to accomplish in new existences whatever they could not do or complete in a previous trial. Let me tell you this much. It's impossible to fix everything in one single life. We come, and when we are in the spiritual world before we come to the physical body. We have meetings, we have planning that is done for us, with us, so we can, when we are in a physical body, we can make the most of that experience, because that is when we grow, that is when we progress. Whatever they could not complete, impossible for one person to achieve all levels of skills in morality, in intelligence, in one life. There's only so much you can learn. There's only so much you can grow. Obviously, we need time, and we need multiple times coming back to the physical body in different worlds. It's not going to be in the same planet. It's not going to be in the same type of world. Our world is going through a major transition. We've been to worlds that have been better than the one we are now. Some of us, right? Most of us. And we know how it is to be there and not be adequate and not grow together with that world, and then have to be sent to a world that is in a different phase. It's not worse or better. We try not to use that. It is just in the scale of progress. We have different types of worlds. Worlds of trials and atonement, world of regeneration. We have been primitive worlds before that, before that. So we have been through all of it. And we have seen better and worse. Each life is an opportunity for us to develop kindness, to develop our morality, our ability to see our neighbors as ourselves. It's all in Jesus' teachings. He summarized the lesson in his one existence here. So when the Spirit's book says that it's whatever they could not complete in a previous trial, it's obvious. We make a plan, we come here, we decide that we're going to work on something. Sometimes we're very successful when we accomplish what we decided, sometimes not. And we have to reassess that in a different existence, on a different existence. So out of divine justice, we're allowed to do so. So whatever you do not accomplish on this one, you're going to come another time and another time. How many times? Infinite times, until you become a pure spirit and you don't need to be in the physical body again. Continuing. It would not be consistent with equity or according to God's goodness to forever punish those who, regardless of their will, have encountered obstacles to their improvement within the surroundings in which they have been placed. Let's pause here. We know that, right? Some people are born in terrible situations with all sorts of struggles. So look at this. They have encountered obstacles to their improvement within the surroundings in which they have been placed. If the fate of all human beings is irrevocably sealed after their death, it would mean that God does not weigh the actions of all on the same scales, and that God does not treat everyone impartially. We're all born simple and ignorant. We're going to move towards perfection constantly. How fast depends on us. Free will. God is fair. Simple and ignorant. Oh, but she has more knowledge than me. Yeah, she looked for it. She worked for it. Oh, but he is now more in peace than I am because he found the peace within. So can you, and so will you. The doctrine of reincarnation, which consists in accepting the fact that humans have many successive lives, is the only one that it is in line with the idea of God's justice with regards to those of a lower moral condition. This is a very, very good definition. The doctrine of reincarnation, which consists in accepting the fact that humans have many successive lives, many, multiple existences in matter, in the physical body, is the only one that it is in line with the idea of God's justice with regards to those of a lower moral condition. So if a person that came to the physical body in all sorts of horrible situation and he failed to become more moral, more capable of loving, it would be unfair if that fate would create an impossibility for that spirit to progress. That's not God. We have multiple chances. Does that mean that we need to just stay and relax and chill because we have multiple opportunities? Of course not. The faster we decide to work on our pain, on our wounds, self-knowledge, self-love that can then radiate to other people and to other humans, the faster we get there and the less we suffer. It's also here in the Spirit's book. If we take the path of goodness from the get-go, we're going to have less sufferings. It's a matter of choice. If you eat well constantly, right? If you eat well, if you decide to take good care of your body, you're going to create a path of health, and you're not going to have a disease that is created by lots of smoking, lots of drinking, overeating, bad food. So less suffering. Up to us. Just a quick example that comes to mind now. It is the only way that can explain our future and give us hope, because it offers us the means of atoning for our errors through new trials. Atoning. Put it back. If I damaged that wall, I threw a rock and I broke that glass, it's not enough to just say, oh, I'm sorry. Let's find a way to fix it. This is exactly what's here. It is the only way that can explain our future and give us hope, because it offers us the means of atoning for our errors through new trials. Reason confirms this, and it is what the spirits have taught us. Those who are aware of their own imperfection derive a consoling hope from the doctrine of reincarnation. Those who are aware of their own imperfection derive a consoling hope from the doctrine of reincarnation. Of course, we understand. Even in this life, can you tell me that you're not a better person now than you were 20 years ago? Of course you are, in so many ways. We are all better than we were, most of us, than we were even in 2019, because we went through such a hardship together, such a moment of growth, of looking within and healing. So we're better. So hope. We understand our imperfections, but we know that we're not going to live crucified or punished by them. We're going to have an opportunity to do it again and do it better. So this is amazing. If they truly believe in the justice of God, they cannot expect to be equal for all eternity to those who have done better than they. The thought that such imperfection will not exclude them forever from the supreme good the thought that such imperfection will not exclude them from forever supreme good, and the fact that they will be able to reach it through continued efforts, support them and renews their courage. If I would tell you, you know what, forget about it. You're never gonna get better, so just give up. Would you be like motivated to wake up tomorrow and keep your day on the doing the best you can for that day? Of course not. Every morning when we wake up, it's a new chance to do it better, and we all can. So this is very important. The thought that such imperfection will not exclude them forever from the supreme good, so we're all gonna be there. And the fact that they will be able to reach it through continued effort supports them and renews their courage. It may not be the best day today. Don't blame yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Love yourself. Tomorrow is a new day. Make it different. It's up to you. Who, at the end of their career, do not regret having acquired an experience too late to profit from it. This lately acquired experience will not be lost, however. It will be of benefit in a new existence. Even when a person is in the final moment on their deathbed, they're about to die, and they understand, they ask for forgiveness, they realize at that moment that benefit, a late benefit, they will carry to a new existence. You had an enemy for all your life, and your last minutes breathing, you ask for their forgiveness. You try to make amends, you try to keep the peace. That you will carry to a new existence. That is amazing. That is the justice of God. And we see that, right? We see that happening. Sometimes people have chronic diseases that takes years before they leave the physical body, before they die. And those are precious years for their growth. They need it. They needed to revisit a lot of things. And it's all part of God's justice. It always is. We're going to start the next subtitle, Incarnation on Different Worlds. Incarnation on different worlds. We kind of said a little bit about it. Are we always incarnating in the same world? Of course not. But we're going to read it. It's question 172 starts that subtitle, and we're going to understand this. This is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful study. Question 172. Are all of our different corporeal existences lived on earth? Have we always incarnated here? Have we always been born through the cycle of life and death here on earth? What did the spirits answered Kardec? No. No. Not all of them, but rather on different worlds. Those on this globe are neither the first nor the last, but are the most material and the farthest from perfection. So, listen to this. Those here on earth are not our first incarnations, not our last either, but are the most material and farthest, more distant from perfection. So we have a long, long, journey. We're still very dense. We still need the things. We need, to buy. We need to consume. We need to indulge. It's time to reassess that too. If I can live with much less than what I'm living. What is the essential? Do I need so much shopping? Do I need so much drinking? Do I need so much gathering, visiting, being here and there and everywhere? I think last year showed us the beauty of spending time with the most important person that there is for you. That one that you look in the mirror. And when you're not enjoying the company of that person that should be very, very close to you in all senses, you would spend your time giving quality time to people that need you, to services, to humanity, helping the homeless, helping the sick, helping a friend, sharing the gospel with your friends, the teachings of Jesus, sharing in consistency, not wasting your time doing things that are not bringing you to where you want to be. It's a choice. Later on, we're gonna just be a product of our choices here and now. Very important to understand that. Do we want to be incarnating on earth forever? Of course not. There are beautiful places through this multiverse that we want to be part of. Question 173. With each new corporeal existence, does the soul pass from one world to another, or does it live several lives on the same globe? We kind of answered that. Kind of. It may live many lives on the same globe if it has not evolved sufficiently to go to a more advanced world. We're not going to change to a better place. We're not going to move to a better place if we're not ready. We're going to remain, right? Incarnating here because we're not ready to be on a less dense environment, in a less, imagine a world where people don't feel jealous of you. People don't feel angry at you. People don't feel like trying to take things from you, which is so sad. We should give, gladly give. And in a world that most of its people understand the other as an extension of ourselves, giving is the rule. Taking is no. It's not part of the rule. It's good to have an exchange, but when you're giving, you're always receiving. You think you're helping a person in need, you're receiving a lot too. That smile, that God bless you, goes a long way. There is a sub-question within the question. So we may reappear several times on Earth? Certainly. Yeah, several times. We're hanging in here. Can we come back to it again after having lived on other worlds? Last part. Certainly. You may have already lived on other worlds besides Earth. And here we stop. There is a beautiful book of Emmanuel, psychographed by Chico Xavier, A Caminho da Luz. I don't know the name in English. I don't even know if there is a translation in English, but I am positive that there is. On the Path of Light, A Caminho da Luz. That explains that we have been in other worlds, and because we couldn't evolve, we came here to be on guidance to the ones that were here that didn't have the knowledge that we have from that more advanced world, and also because we needed more and more experiences on this one to evolve and become perfect. So with that being said, the choice is always ours. So let's finish this evening in prayer, thanking God for bringing us together tonight. Help us, Lord, through the remaining of this week, so we can put all our efforts in becoming better humans, better beings, fulfilling our mission in life, following the path of Christ, following His teachings. We ask you, Lord, to protect us, to guide us, and to bless every single home here tonight. So be it. I love spending time with you. On Sunday we have the lecture in Portuguese at 12, Tuesday 8 p.m. and on Thursday I am here with you again at 8 o'clock in English. I hope you all have a beautiful evening, and I'll see you next Thursday.